Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Unsealed and Revealed. That's how I'm going to say it now. If you haven't been around for a few weeks, welcome to our brand spanking new showtime of Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Pacific. Is it specific? It's Pacific, specifically.
Yep.
I'm your host, Jeff May, and with me, I have, as always, our six-scale enthusiast slash expert and all-around dirt and no good double-crossing swindler to know, Guy Klender. Guy, how you doing over there, bud?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited to show off this piece.
I am excited to see it. Very excited to see it. And of course, we have our fearless moderator who's got a lot of guts coming here after what she pulled. Cassidy on the ones and twos, and she'll be taking your questions, comments, and concerns through all the live channels that you may have. Cassidy, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Stoked to be here. Who knows what I'm going to pull today?
Nobody knows. Nobody absolutely knows what's going to happen. And I know that Guy and Cassidy are super excited about our very special holiday special coming up next week for Unsealed and Revealed. That's right. It's 'tis the season, so it's going to be our season finale. We're very, very excited about this. You guys excited about the show?
Mm-hmm. I am. I'm very excited.
I can't wait personally.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I can't wait.
I don't know what we're gonna do, but I know it's gonna be fun.
I know. Of course it's going to be fun. We're going to have fun. You're going to have fun. And we've got a lot of information to give you about that show after we consider going. Because we have all sorts of fun and festive surprises that will accompany our regularly scheduled program, so nobody will want to miss it at all. You're going to want to be there for every single millisecond of that show. Now, today, we're going to be looking at last week's surprise reveal, the Lando Calrissian Skiff Guard version, 6-scale from Sideshow. I'm really excited about this one. Now, in case you've missed it, we have a new segment at the end of each show where we will reveal next week's unsealed item. Now, we don't even know what producer Alan is going to spring on us, and I know that last week's reveal, as always, has been catching us all by surprise. Now, at the end of the show, we'll get next week's unsealed and revealed items, so make sure to stay tuned for that whole show, because as a matter of fact, we want you to join in on the fun. That's right, because we have our in-show contest that we call Guess the Reveal. Did that sound right?
It sounded spectacular. It was very revealing.
It sounded right to me. If you make a guess in the comments, if you make a guess in the comment section during this show, when I prompt you, very important, and you are the first person to get it right, you will win an exclusive Sideshow pin that the lovely Guy will show you right now. Do you have it, Guy?
We're going to pop up a graphic of that particular one in just a second here.
I'm sure we will. How about this? Even if we don't have that show, there we go. We have the Figure Fantasy book as well as the Let Your Geek Sideshow pin. So not only do you get the pin, but you get this fantastic action figure photography book. Such a fun piece. I love looking through it. Have it personally myself, so it's really quite good. And all you got to do to win this exclusive stuff is to be the first person to get it right. There's only one winner. Sorry. You have to be a resident of the United States that is 18 years or older, and you can't start guessing until I say so. That's right. I have all the power right here. It's me. I have it. For complete contest terms and conditions, visit side.show/contest. We'll announce the winner's name at the end of the show. Now, as you can see, just like normal, Guy is back in the studio feeling awesome. Right, Guy?
I am feeling spectacular. I am having a blast.
You look spectacular.
You can't even recognize me with my disguise on.
No, you look like you should be guarding a wall ornament of some sort.
Exactly.
We're practicing social distancing and being safe. Sam, super producer Sam, my man, is behind the camera more than 6 feet away, wearing a mask, and no one else is in the studio with Guy. Because as always, we are doing our best to ensure the good health of ourselves and others, and we hope you are too. Now, that has been a lot of words coming out of my big, stupid idiot mouth. So what do you say we just get to Guy opening up this toy? Because I really want to take a look at him. I love this character.
All right, let's take a look. I'm going to go over to our overhead cam and take a look. Here we go. Now this is that classic representation that we've been getting through the line with the gloss black in the middle and then the more matte black to the side. Photograph on it is actually of the 6-scale figure. All right, with the disguise on. This is a shoebox style. We're going to lift that up and off. There we see our second portrait on the figure, and that is on the inside little cover. That's something that I know we've talked about a lot, and I just really think that's kind of fun. It's that extra look. It's a little bit of the panache. It's the tissue paper that you get. All right, now this is a 2-tiered tray. I'm going to lift the top one off. On the underside of the tray, you're going to get the additional hands as well as our base, and then we have our main figure. All right, let's remove that. On the top tray, we have our figure, Vibroax, the DL18, and the swap out head that we'll go into. And I believe, Jeff, you were about to say it. Well, hello.
Well, hello. What do we have here?
Spectacular. Thank you for doing that. All right, let's move him over to our large light table and take a look. Now, this is a first. We haven't seen Lando in this style before. I've seen kind of the traditional caped version of him. I love it. I love the two portraits. I think it's just a lot of fun. I'm going to set these here. We're going to do a few close-ups on all of those as well. Now, what's...
I really do. I was going to say, I love that helmet. I'm really excited to look at that.
Yes, we are gonna take a peek at that. There's things about the costume that I kind of forgot. One is when we get down to Treadwatch, I didn't realize he wears closed-toed sandal/boots. These are a very unique bit of footwear that we don't normally see.
That makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. So right now, let's do a head to toe. All right. Here is the first of our portrait. Okay. This is without his helmet on. Great view of the hair as well. I like the stern look.
Yeah,
give you a little glare there. Yes, he's very intense about what's going on. From there, let's take a look at the use of the metals in there. That brass that has that bit of patina on the shoulder. I really like that look there. I'm going to get out of the way so you can see how it pops. So that it does have that.
Yeah, man. Can you rotate them from
Yep.
that side? Yeah, let's
Yep.
see that. Oh, looks cool.
All right. So you have those different metals. And I like that you see it's kind of the string that's tied. Remember, this was kind of a thrown together outfit. I liked all of the guys that were in part of Jabba's palace or on the Skiff. Had pretty unique desert wear, kind of thrown together, bit of pirate-esque look. There's those leather. There we go.
Yeah, look at that.
Super producer Sam throwing it right down to the sandals.
Look at those.
Isn't that neat?
Beautiful.
I didn't realize that.
It makes sense, I guess, right?
Yeah, well, as far as I know, I had the smaller figure of this when it came out, the little 3 3/4, and I don't think we knew at that point he had sandals. I think it looked like regular boots. But look at the wear of the leather, particularly on the back. That wonderful stitching. I love how they buckle in the back like that. This is a very different
the
style.
detail of that. Well, I guess it's one of those situations where, like, we never focus on the feet.
Exactly. How often do you look at a man's shoes? Yeah, you're right. But since we are at those shoes, Jeff, I know it's early.
Oh, we're going for it right away, huh? It's time for Treadwatch.
Boom! Even
that's
got
a good-
desert gunk in there. I love the tread. I love the tread that he has on these.
Yeah, they look great.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, and there's little spots in the heels.
Yeah, they've kind of done a little bit of little sand aspect in there. It's kind of fun. want to go back up. What I'm going to do now is raise the arms to the side, and we're going to take a look at the outfit there from the back. Okay, you're going to see that chest piece is held on.
Only Billy Dee Williams can make black and brown really work.
Yeah,
you know,
this guy. I mean, he's a smooth smoothie, that's for sure.
We're talking black clothing with brown leather.
Yeah,
and he made it work. That's why Billy Dee is.
that's why you can pull it off. Now you will see that the chest strap that is kind of locked on there. This isn't a removable piece, and that's not one that you would do. However, you do notice on those back lower belts that there is the Velcro and the clasps. If you needed to adjust it in any way, that is how you would. I didn't have to, and I don't see that you will, but that's to give you a heads up. While we've got it there, let's take a look at those different leathers. And I want to show them from the side and from the front.
It seems like it would be easy to make something that's all very similar textures.
Yes.
So to have them switch it up to make it more accurate, I think is a real shout out to the craftsmanship.
Yes.
On this one.
Again, what I'm liking that we're seeing in figures now is the different elements as far as costuming and stuff like that really breaks up what would be a solid color. And you go, it's a brown, it's a this and the other, but no, there are all of those subtle nuances and difference that are in there. Okay, look at all the leather work that is simple in its look, however incredibly intricate in the design on that belt there.
Yeah,
lower arm.
I do like.
We're gonna go a little lower and check out that one, but I mean, I love the little loops.
There's something to be said about the sort of the skiff battle and I love Jabba's palace. To me, I was recently watched the movie and I never realized how everybody in Jabba's palace is kind of designed to be a scumbag.
Yes,
even the droids are they kind of seem like they'll stab you.
Yes.
And that's something to me that I've never really appreciated, was sort of all of the levels of acting that occur in Jabba's palace and how much it sort of translates and how much fun the skiff battle is.
Oh, it is. It is. Have you ever driven out to the desert where they filmed that here in California?
No.
I road tripped just to try and see if I could find the right dunes.
Just to see if you could find the right dunes?
Yes.
That seems like a bit much, Guy. That's a very Guy Klender thing to do, and I'm here.
I spent 10 hours in the dunes trying to find the one that R2 rolls over from New Hope. So, I mean, is it really that far-fetched that I would do things like that?
You do know that sand moves.
Sam has informed me that sand does move. Things that would have been helpful back when I was doing that. Thanks, Sam. I don't know why you weren't there then. When we take a look at that holster that is on the side that is on his right hip, we're going to lower the camera a little bit to show that. That will be for the DL-18. All right.
Yeah, the Stinger, right? Isn't that
yep. I really like this one. Again, the great use of the different metal tones on it, where you get that dry brushing and wear. This isn't just a solid black or matte color on any of it. You get that wood handle.
That detail is so good.
All right. And I'm going to slide that in like so. All right. So
into that leather-like.
Into the leather-like holster. Now he does have one other weapon. Let's show that off as well.
You know, it's so funny because you're about to. I know what you're pulling out. You're pulling out that the piked vibro axe there.
Exactly.
How cool was it? And you know, this is a spoiler-free zone, but how cool was it to see vibro axes actually in action on The Mandalorian?
I love that we're getting those little nods. What I think is fun about that is if you are someone who's not familiar with original trilogy, these are just fun things to see. If you are familiar with it and all of the extra little stuff and lore, you wind up, oh my goodness, and you get all excited.
Yeah, like seeing the vibro part of the vibro axes being worked during that underground.
Yeah, the underground fight.
was just so cool. So to see this in here, I do like that. It also like it looks dangerous.
Yes. You'll notice it has what looks like an edge on that blade there, which is really neat. What I like is also how it breaks up the different metals. This is not just one solid, silver color, or anything like that. And it does have that, real Star Wars thing where you made it out of whatever you had. I believe that was a float for a toilet. That's a toilet float, I believe, that they used on the end.
It's fitting for Jabba's palace.
Exactly. So it works for Jabba's palace. Now, if you're going to use VibraX, let's take a look. We do have additional hands that he's going to come with. I'm going to set these out for you to take a look at. All right, you have the open ones that'll hold Vibro or Blaster, both a right and a left. You have a little bit more relaxed version of hand. And then you have one that I like a lot, which is this one here. And what I like about this one here is this is one you use with that secondary portrait when he kind of pulls down and we see his eyes.
Oh, when he does that, yeah. When they start playing the
yes.
I believe it's after Ula drops. Is that right?
And you're darn right it is.
Starts back up.
There we go.
Yeah.
With all of the, we're going to show that off in just a second because we're going to do the head swap out and we're going to talk about that in 360. As with Sideshow, on all of their hands, they give you the additional peg that's already part of it. All right.
So nice of them.
I really appreciate that. The peg is always a very delicate part of the figure because it is so small, but it is very important, and it's nice to have those, and they're already on there for you. All right, so I just slid that around. All right, to have the VibraX. Now let's talk about the second portrait. All right. Sam had a great close-up, and I'm going to set that right there in the center. Gundar teeth right there on the front, which I think is great. Look at the leather style, okay? The fact that this looks like actual leather and metal.
Yeah, that looks great.
I like the edge down around the base here and how that has some weathering. You have those rivets up in the front of the leather. You have all of that like so. Now, that front piece that has the Gondor teeth, we see that he kind of, pulls it down a little bit in the film. Now, this particular one is molded. It is solid that way. I don't want you to attempt to pull it.
Did we have any more questions, Cass?
Yes, we do. Thank you. So on Twitter, we had a question. How do they get so detailed? Are the, like the figures and everything and the accessories, are they all hand sculpted? Was a question we had.
Oh, I know this answer.
Yeah, well, Jeff, why don't you tell them said answer? Because you and I have both seen them do it.
Yeah, specifically, Sideshow has an amazing group of sculptors. Some absolutely fantastic people, Will and Matt and everybody at Sideshow, and they will literally sculpt these using, I forget what the program is. The days of like the clay sculpting, I think have gone by for things like ZBrush and things like that. But they are absolutely, I think Chris is confirming with me that I think it's ZBrush. These guys, they sculpt these things. I've watched them do it. I've seen how they sort of put those things together, and then when they're finally finished, and they look so good. Yeah, these are literally sculpted. They're not photos pulled and then can we turn this 3D. They literally do that sculpture. Those guys are so talented.
There we go.
So, yeah. Hopefully that, I know we just had a very awkward pregnant pause just there, but hopefully that those are sculpted. Yeah.
That definitely answered the question. Thank you.
Sure. Okay. Any others we can get into before we jump into a little articulation here?
We did have a quick question on from David on Twitter. If any of the pieces on this figure are magnetic at all?
No.
Cool.
No, on this one here, you don't need to worry about it. All right, I've moved off to the side because I wanted that close up there. So let's take a look again now at the close-up of our portrait wearing the helmet. I love both of these portraits. I have a feeling I'm going to be swapping them out quite frequently, but this is probably the one I will use most frequently. I just thought it was a really neat reveal. I like that there is that little peek out from under, and I'm going to angle the head back a little bit so you get a little straight shot in there. And yes, I did swap out that hand to kind of have the whole pull down to reveal to the other rebels there in the palace that yes, hey, I'm right over here. So dug it.
You can just hear Max Rebo starting to play back after everything sort of got weird.
I hear Max Rebo play a lot in my head, but I don't think that should not surprise anyone. Well, as we've got it like that, and I did swap out that hand, let it take a look at that articulation. You'll see that it does have the double jointed elbow. Okay, because this has a large amount of cloth to it. Oh, now I did him as a Jeff May boxy punch.
Yeah, that's the box.
There you go. See, this is if Jeff May and Lando got into it.
Boy, I would look like the Woody Harrelson version of this.
But as you can see, there is that bend. The nice part is with having so much cloth in the figure, he's not limited in range of motion, and that's spectacular. So let's kind of go over those. We do have the traditional ball joint on the head, okay, that we've seen before. On our arm, we're going to be able to raise all the way to about 90.
Say what that piece of armor is.
The pauldron? The shoulder pauldron? All right. You see it like so. There we go. These, because of the way they're designed, you'll see when I moved those that leather did move in the back, and it is supposed to. Okay? It is to allow for that movement. So we've got some motion in there. You're not going to obviously be able to spin the arm completely around, and that's because, well, he does have those pauldrons on. You did hear that I do have a ratchet style in the arm when I moved those forward.
Yeah, is that firm? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
are they
Yep,
really,
they are nice tight joints. So what I'm doing is kind of holding that pauldron out of the way as I lift if I wanted to go, straight up. You can. Now that we do have them straight up, when I go over articulation, he always winds up looking like we're doing crazy business there with him.
Yeah, he's in a Tusken Raider pose right there.
Exactly. All right. This one's for you, Terry Smith. Great.
Hey, everyone.
There we go. A great bend and twist. Okay.
Ooh.
Great twist of motion. Okay. Now there's a bit of resistance because of the layers of fabric when you go to the side, but that doesn't mean that they're not there. Okay. Yep. You just move it a little more. All right. Let's go into the hip and leg articulation. I'm going to go straight forward here. And we get almost 90. Wow, now we got crazy field goal looking deals I've got with his legs straight up like so. Now that's there.
Look at those little pants. Come on. Look at those little pants.
I like that he goes with a traditional khaki.
His little safari pants.
Now there we go.
Cute.
It's a little bit more than 90. That's not a full double joint on there. But again, that's not what you're going to probably have your figure do. All right. Down here. I love the sandal. That's the new thing that really was like a wow to me. Okay, that you do have the ball joint. Because of the way in which this is situated on here, that this doesn't really move too much, a little bit. But if I'm going to adjust it and I need to kind of cover that joint, you can kind of move them down a little bit.
Now we got to get little six scale socks so he can wear the socks.
Exactly. Well, sometimes, the night desert, you do have the turn in the leg as well for his, ballet pilates and such. So you do have the little turn as well. As far as backward motion, we got about 10 or 12 degrees on the backward on that.
Yeah, it's not a big back with the legs, but
Correct.
neither are as people. So
Right.
that being said, for those who are just joining us, we are looking at the Lando Calrissian Skiff Guard version. That's Tamtel Screech. That's right, 6 scale from Sideshow. Also, don't forget, if you like what you're seeing and you want to see more, which you do. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notifications bell on our YouTube channel so you won't miss out on any of our content. Make sure you're also following us on our social channels like @CollectSideshow on Twitter and @Sideshow Collectibles on Instagram to get constant notifications about giveaways or other content throughout the year. Speaking of content, I said this earlier and I'm saying it again. Next week, we're having our Unsealed and Revealed Holiday Special Spectacular. What? Excuse me? What is that? Nobody knows. This is an episode that you will not want to miss. We have a couple of surprises ahead, though, for those of you who are watching live and are present in the chats. So you're definitely not going to want to miss that. A couple of pieces of information. Make sure, and I'm just putting this out there, you have those wish lists filled out and you make those public. Just I don't know why. I'm just saying that that's a thing that I was told to tell you, so I'm telling you. Don't forget, there's next week. It's going to be a very rewarding experience, and not only that, and I get to say this in the middle, but we will be unsealing and revealing multiple products next week. So we've got a lot lined up for you coming down the pike. So we're very excited about that. Now, as always, if you like comics, make sure you check out our weekly show, The Comics Hall with Amy and Paul, which is every week at 4 p.m. on Wednesday, New Comic Book Day. And it goes live on all of our social channels. Be on the lookout for a giveaway during their show tomorrow. So you're going to want to do that. And if you prefer podcasts, which some of us do, you can catch the show on Thursdays on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. And Cassidy's going to drop a link to that like now. Like right now.
Yeah.
Now.
Yep, that's over
right there.
I think over there.
And also, if you haven't heard, this is the second week of our new event, Spectacular. Yay! Every day for 24 days, we have themed discounts for brands and items all across our website. Each day, we'll be giving away an item that pertains to that theme. Today, for example, we're giving away the Let Your Geek Side Show pendant necklace by What's Your Passion Jewelry because we're having jewelry deals today. Isn't that exciting? Cassidy's going to drop a link to that right about, well, I don't know now. Is it now? It might be now.
About now.
Now. Okay, that's fair. So now, that being said, Cassidy, do you have any more questions, comments, or concerns that need to be addressed?
So far, we actually got the ones from earlier, and you have been answering other ones along the way without knowing it. So we're good right now. Thank you.
Way to go, Guy.
Well, thank you. Okay. Now, he's not alone in the palace. And so I figured he needed a translator and brought him in, as well as you always need a bartender, particularly with this crowd.
I mean, I would think so.
And these are two of my favorites. I love filling out the palace there.
I have both of those. Those are two that I have. Yes.
Well, I'd like you to meet someone that I'm not sure if you do have.
Oh, shooter.
Take a look at this guy.
That.
All right, this is how you complete your set.
The slimy piece of worm-ridden filth that you just brought over, huh?
Oh, this is an amazing piece. I am blown away. Today was my first time actually getting to kind of play with him. Salacious Crumb there not only has a magnetic head that allows me to move it around, he has a full secondary sculpted head and another full set of arms. Jabba, I can change out the mouth. I can change out the eyes. I can change out the arms. Right now, I've got him with the little hookah deal there. But I'm going to move 3PO out. Okay, translator, you stand back here. You know what? I'm going to have the translator stand in translation spot up there. Then down below, it's even got the little guy in there. His little food that he pulls out.
That little frog thing?
Yep, that'll lift off as well. All of the little pillows that you see, those are all individual. They are not sculpted. They are ones you decide where you want to put them.
Oh, that's so cool.
it's crazy. So if you're going to create Jabba's palace, and Lando is definitely one to inhabit that. Jabba's crazy. This is. Did you take a look at that?
That is an impressive.
Like I said,
piece,
all of these are individual.
Yeah.
Little pillows.
He also
little
is
blankets.
that the one that has the eyes that you can swap out too?
You can indeed swap the eyes out. If you give me just a second here, we're going to do a close-up on the face there. We're going to close up on Jabba's face, and I'm going to show you a real quick swap out.
Yeah, I know there's like different versions of the eyes on there. God, that's such a cool piece, man.
Yes.
Jabba, I remember as a kid, Jabba really freaked me out.
All right. I'm going to do a few. I'm going to move to the side here and change these out. Carefully remove. These are magnetic and keyed in. Okay.
Yeah, those are rad.
Now, I purposely chose two completely different eyes so you can see what they are like. Let me step back here and show you the. You have closed eyes, you have wide open, and just slightly open. So we're going to go with that one. There is our.
Yeah, the half.
Slightly open.
Those are he already.
And then he's
took
got the
some-
slightly wider. You see, that's just that small little bit. This is the one that gets me.
Oh, yeesh.
Yeah, that is nasty. That is nasty. But he's spectacular, and I'm really excited to get to finish and get closer to having everybody from there, and having Lando really helps out. In fact, you said it last week, but I think the audience needs to know that you know it, that when he is in Jabba's palace, he does not go by the name Lando Calrissian because, well, that would just be a bad idea.
Yeah, seeing as how Boba Fett's hanging out there. Which, side note, Boba Fett not noticing that that's Lando after like hanging out at his place for like a long time. That always, I was always like, come on, get it together, Boba.
Exactly.
Yeah, he goes under the Tamtel Screech idea. And also, as a side note, they love letting people that they haven't checked out work at Jabba's palace.
Not a lot
we
of,
don't know who you are at all, but you can.
Not a lot of background checking in this this place.
They need Jabba needs an HR department to really work
probably in his best. And you can move the little. He is not keyed in as far as where you place him, so I can kind of have him wherever I'd.
He needs human resources, alien resources, and droid resources.
It's maybe the reason that he doesn't have it is that's a very big department to have. So.
Yeah, an AR, an HR, and a DR. Got it.
There we go. I think we've lost Cassidy. She's like, these guys are nerds.
Cassidy's like, I'm just. She's like, Cassidy's probably diving through the Jabba's Palace comments right now, just being like, oh, no, what's happening?
Well, since we do have Cassidy, Cass, what kind of questions do we have?
We still don't have a ton of questions, actually. Just a lot of love for the Jabba figure.
I don't hate that.
Yeah, no, he is a pretty amazing figure, and the box alone will baffle you. But beautiful thing, and we brought him out to really show how you kind of can create that environment. So if you do have the Jabba, now you're a little bit closer with Ten-Tail Screech.
And as a reminder too, if you people that are watching right now would like to see 6 scales of other characters, maybe from Jabba's Palace, there is a Sideshow recommendations page that you can go to. And I mean, you could be like, I would like to see the Max Rebo band as 6 scale or something like that. You're allowed to do that.
That would be neat.
You could do that. If you could be like, I want Han Solo thawed out from the carbonite. I don't know.
There we go.
Is that a thing? One of those? That would be neat.
Yeah, you could have him there, and the back of the carbonite would be kind of the imprint.
Yeah, you can go to side.show/suggest, Cassidy has just informed me, and you can do that. So, just don't be weird about it.
There we go. There's our nighttime scene. For him turned off the
yeah, during the siesta.
Yeah, but it also shows you the beautiful light up effect that both the R2 and the 3PO have. I actually have 2 of the R2 because he does come with so much, and I have him on what I call my nerd bar, which has all types of beverages and such that were featured in film and TV, and of course I have to have a bartender, and he works. He's great.
I would like to say that the green highlights in that 3PO actually really work well because of the green slime that he gets covered in after.
Yeah, where he gets walloped. Yeah. This is
the 50,000 no less.
This is a beautiful figure. This one here, one of the things that gets me about it is the light up feature of the eyes is a touch control. That's not a button that I do. It's boom, touch control. That's just a neat idea versus a button or a switch. I can tap.
Look at how excited you are.
I am. I just think I think the figure is gorgeous. I'd like to dive more in depth with both this R2 and 3PO at some time, just to show you all that these two guys do.
So I feel like I might be burying the lead here because we're paying so much attention to all these other glorious 6 scales here. I want to see the Vibro Axe in Lando's hand, if you can do that.
Gotcha,
for
buddy.
Me, please.
Gotcha.
That's just something, because I would probably be posing him in that sort of form, in like the guard pose. And then let's get a 6 scale Sarlacc pit. What do you say? Let's get one and a 6 try saying this fast. 6th scale Skiff.
Yes, that and everybody will have. I know you have a lot of space where you're at, so that makes perfect sense.
Of course, we'll get the Barada, the Klaatu, the Nikto. You can get all the Skiff guards going.
I also love that they were named those. And that there you go, little Vibro Axe.
Well, I mean, I think it's I think they were named that, and then what was it was Evil Dead, right?
Well, those names actually, that was the 3 words done by Gort in The Day the Earth Stood Still, Klaatu Barada Nikto. Which, if you did watch our Spooktacular where I gave the booth tour, that was my costume. I was a cardboard version of Gort from The Day the Earth Stood Still. Sadly, I don't think anybody knew that.
No.
No one would know that. But there you go with the Vibro axe and such. I'm actually having to reach over Jabba to kind of bend down to show. And why don't I pop our lights up a little bit so you see his eyes underneath. But he's a beautiful figure. And I'm really glad to have him because we normally have seen Lando in the traditional kind of cape look and that type thing. And I love to have him in this.
I would love to get a Woody Harrelson in that costume and just have them looking at each other all confused.
It would be kind of fun. Yes, again, there is that suggestion. There is that suggestion page.
Yeah, there it is.
I think you need to put that one up there.
Like, yeah, that would be my weird 6 scale thing. Would be like I would want to recreate the cantina. So like, give me a Danik Jericho and give me a Lax Sivrak.
Well, Sideshow has been great over the years of giving us figures and characters that you wouldn't normally expect to see. I mean, the fact that we've got all of the bounty hunters because of them was wonderful. I love having the entire assortment, which is great. So, but yeah, there we are. There's our guy. Because everybody has been. I don't think they asked for Lando. I think they asked for Screech, Tantail Screech. We need a Tantail Screech.
We need it.
Yeah,
we got it.
And now we have it. And look how great he is in that piece.
So, Cassidy, I'm gonna do another sweep real quick about any questions, comments, or concerns. I know we kind of jumped right into it. We covered all the stuff and like all the joint and outfit stuff pretty quickly. We are an efficient team here.
Yeah, we are. Again, at the moment, I am not seeing anything, but I will let you know in the chats if I do see anything.
Well, in that case, then, I mean, it looks like we're starting to get in towards that direction. So I think we should drive producer Alan to maybe bring out the next guess the reveal opportunity.
Yes. Producer Alan has headed to the other room to grab one.
He is going to grab that, and so we're really excited about this. Now, remember that Guy and myself, and I haven't told you to guess yet, so don't. But real quick there, Guy and I do not have this information. We don't know what's coming next week. Only producer Alan and Cassidy have that information, and the only reason Cassidy has it is so she knows who can win. So that being said, we are going to do that. I'm sure he is working his way over there.
He is working his way.
I'm literally doing. I'm like rubbing my hands together because A, it's cold, and B, I like the idea of being like good.
Excellent. Well, it's you're all gonna guess the reveal, and then we're gonna take a look at that next week. But then, of course, as you know, we've got all of that other stuff going on.
Yeah,
I mean, you told me that it's a special show. I don't know what we're doing, but I know it's going to be special.
I have some clues as to what's going on next week. I have, for obvious reasons, I have to have that. I have to have that information. And let me tell you, it is going to be one hell of an episode of Unsealed and Revealed. And what I might say might be the most popular episode that we will have done. So you're definitely going to want to be there. Now, it seems to me like we are working our way to get the reveal guessing started. So I guess I might as well say, for those of you at home, you can start guessing for Guess the Reveal. You have been prompted now. So the first person that Cassidy sees to deliver that correct answer will be winning, of course, the figure fantasy as well as the Let Your Geek Sideshow pin, which is really exciting about that. All they'll have to do is email social@sideshow.com when they win. I think I'm really excited about this. And let's see. I know we're all putting in there, and don't cheat. By the way, don't get like one of those automatic bots that just keeps guessing. Don't do that. No auto.
Do they make those?
No auto bots? Is that a thing?
Autobots?
Is that a? That's weird.
What is that? Wait a second.
Weird.
That would have been so much helpful. That's so much helpful.
I'm like, I think that's something else.
I think that's something different.
Yeah, but
it would be helpful.
I'm just saying that producer Alan told me to tell everybody here to not cheat and use any of those Autobots. I'm just gonna Autobots. There it is.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that is for, but
I've heard people create those in order to get ahead.
I personally am going to. I'm taking the hint from producer Alan, and so hopefully other people are as well. Cassidy, how are we doing over there?
As long as you're not being deceptive.
Still have yet had a winner yet. We've had like maybe 2 close guesses.
Okay.
Still
only 2 close guesses. So
I'm
gonna guess because I think I have the hint.
They're fluttering around the guess, I guess, or whatever.
I mean, I have a hint here, and I would say that I'm guessing most people are guessing like Star Wars, Marvel, DC, and I'm guessing that with the hint that I was given from producer Alan, that those people are way off and should feel very foolish about themselves.
All
should
right.
be ashamed.
I'm guessing as well. I'm secretly guessing on going off the hints you've been saying.
What I'm wondering too by that is I wonder how many people are guessing ones we've already done. That's my one where I'm just like, oh, you must be new.
No.
Do we get a lot of those, Cass?
We do, and I guess we may as well mention that we will not do things we've already done, but we do have a winner now.
Woohoo!
Oh, we've got a winner today, Cassidy. Who is it?
It is James Snyder on Facebook.
Hey, James.
James
Congrats.
Snyder on Facebook, and he guessed. Guy, I'm going to have you pull that reveal up.
All righty. Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. See, I thought it was going to be like an Optimus Prime, but it's Bumblebee. I'm very excited about that. It's the Transformers Bumblebee. Is that deluxe scale collectible figure?
Yeah, this is from 3-0.
Okay.
I was fortunate enough to get to play with the Optimus Prime, and I have never seen a die-cast figure that was so articulated and so detailed. And this will be my companion piece for him. So I get to play with this little guy. Woohoo!
I'm really excited about this for a couple reasons, not the least of which I like branching out on the show.
I do.
I like doing, haven't done a Transformers character. And also shout out to producer Alan for giving me that hint and still me not getting it right, telling me to drop that. But that was really great. Automatic bot.
And
that
when
was
you
a very,
said that,
very...
I was thinking, I have heard of people that stop making bots, that they constantly, try and win different stuff. And that's what I thought you were talking about. And it was, I think it was about the third or fifth time that you said the word that I went, hey, wait a second.
That was definitely something where I was like, oh, that's very clever. And so shout out to producer Alan for having that very clever guess be thrown over there. Now that being said, Cassidy, I'm going to say congratulations to James. Make sure you email Cassidy at social@sideshow.com within the next 40 or 48 hours. Tell her your name and the prize that you won, and then you will be contacted from there to get the prize shipped to you. So, Cass, I'm going to ask you one last call here for questions, comments, or concerns. Do we have anything about this wonderful Lando Calrissian 6 scale from Sideshow, the Skiff Guard version?
Not quite. We just have, again, overall, just a lot of love for everything that we saw today.
Well, you're smart to love everything you saw. Mm-hmm. No, that being said, I'm going to have to do my patented dismount here, which is, all right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. You've been an amazing audience. Now, if you're interested in any of our giveaways, you need to follow us on social so you can keep up with our daily spectacular giveaways. And don't forget that we're giving away that Let Your Geek Sideshow pendant today, that necklace by What's Your Passion Jewelry. Cassidy is going to drop a link down to that below. Thanks again, by the way, for hanging out with us. We are a Tuesday show now. How exciting is that? Means every 2 weeks I have 2 shows dropping on Tuesdays, and that is very exciting. So you can check out Sideshow with Jeff May every other Tuesday. The Olivia episode is up right now, and it is fantastic. Now we'll see you next Tuesday, December 15th, for our 'Tis the Season finale. That is at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We have a wonderful holiday special with all sorts of fun, festive surprises that are going to accompany the show. Make sure you have those wish lists filled out. Make sure you've made them public. I don't know what we're going to do, but I was told to tell you that information. And if I'm told to tell you that information, you just do it, man. I don't know. Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you? Right, I know Guy's got his wish list filled out.
It's very long.
He has her filled out. Yeah, I don't have the internet, so I can't fill mine out. But I'll try to figure one out as well. Now, before we go, before I do the whole thanks for watching, and don't forget to let your Geek Sideshow line. Turns out we've got one last visit from a very special friend, so we will see them and then see you next week.
Collector Claus here. If you're on the nice list, you might want to make a list of your own. Sideshow's wish list is the best way of dropping hints to make sure you don't wind up getting a bumblebee when you wanted a bumblebee. Simply head over to sideshow.com and create a wish list. Then share it with your friends and family. They'll be glad you did. I always say, if you don't have to guess, then you shop without stress. Happy gifting, everyone.